the situation in Syria continues to be tense. As of December 15, 2024, the so-called Syrian rebels seized all the territories that were under the control of Bashar al-Assad. Against this backdrop, Western journalists noticed that, unlike the Iranian army, Russian forces are still in Syria. And judging by what is happening, the Russians are not going to leave this country. Moreover, reputable Western publications, citing their own sources in Damascus, started to aver that the new Syrian authorities would most likely allow Moscow to keep its military bases in Khmeimim and Tartus. Simultaneously with this, dozens of videos began to appear on the network where it is clearly visible how military columns of the Russian army, without fear of attack by militants, move absolutely freely throughout Syria. For example, these shots clearly show how the militants do not dare to attack the Russian military column, simply allowing themselves to accompany the Russians with their gaze.
Allahu Akbar! Les Russes! C'est les Russes, frère! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
In addition, Ukrainian and Western propagandists were furious when they learned that Russian troops had also left the city of Homs, absolutely calmly and unhindered. Let me remind you that earlier, Russian troops were encircled in the city of Homs by advancing militants. However, on December 14, the militants unblocked all roads and allowed Russian forces to leave the city. At the moment, 7 Russian military convoys from almost all Syrian provinces are heading towards Russian military bases in western Syria. According to numerous Middle Eastern sources, the militants are extremely irritated and aggressive. However, despite this, they do not attack the Russian military. It is reported that during the entire time of the redeployment of Russian troops, not a single clash or even incident was recorded. Unfortunately for the West, led by the United States, all this indicates that Vladimir Putin still managed to find a common language with the new Syrian authorities and their masters in Turkey. All this indicates that the Russian president has nevertheless achieved the status of immunity for Russian troops in this country.